Virgo, literally, we're just going to have to keep plowing through this. This is, again, another week of false starts. You're the only one that gets this. It's funny, but weird, too. Okay, so I'm Empress Rose. This is your general reading. Take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venuses for more information. And all these cards are pre-shuffled. We're going to keep going. And so everything's pre-shuffled and prepared. So even though this is imperfect, it's real. So we're going to just keep going unless there's a technological issue, because I can't keep starting your reading over because of endless issues that keep happening. We're just going to keep going and make the most of what we've got here, okay? All right, Oracle of Mystical Moments, here we go. We're going to get an intuitive vibe here. What does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? All right. What does Virgo need to know? We're not going to do take after take here. We're going to just go with it. We're rolling. We're moving forward. We're not going to be perfect. All right. What's our message for Virgo? We take. We have bloom. This is just what it is. You're blooming. Your mind is blooming. It's beautiful. It's a little bit gentle. There's a lot of kindness and gentleness here. But there's also this like lightning, this pink lightning hitting your mind, and you're really growing from it. This is our, I don't know, she's a little Frida Kahlo-y to me. So she's a tough motherfucker, and she's been through a lot, and she is growing. She's listening. She's very deeply listening, and it's causing her to grow. Listening is like her sunshine and her water. It's causing a lot of growth. Her mind is expanding. In fact, I think she has left the confines of her mind, and it is expanding and beyond and reaching out. She's wearing this crown of growth, basically, and it's all part of a listening vibe. There's a lot of gentleness here. This isn't like this is a fast growth, a fast opening of your mind, a fast reaching out of your mind. I almost want to say there's some telepathy here too, or something like that. There's some sort of psychic growth and psychic mind work going on. The throat chakra seems a little closed, a little restricted. I'm wondering if everything going on here is about your mind and just the growth in your mind. You're really blooming, but you're not really quite talking. Again. And then here's your house of flowers. So we have two companions in white dresses, fairly suggestive of sisters or friends or something like that. There's some sort of companionship going on here, and you're heading up to this house on this hill. This house that is full of flowers. It's cracking open. It's sandwiched between sort of this bland, plain-looking house, a little bit of isolation, and these look at these roses just completely coming out of this house. So we have this rapid growth of both just your mind and your intuitiveness, a blooming. You are blooming, and you are blooming and cracking out of this house, cracking out of this home. I think you are these flowers that are coming out. It's been this quiet little like refuge on this home, and you're starting to crack open. I usually read you or the person I'm reading for as one of these characters here who's coming towards the house with a companion. They're coming home, and the house is just it's a beautiful home. There's beautiful communications, but I'm reading it because of this card here. I'm reading it that you are the thing that's blooming, that's bursting out of not just a shell, but this concrete home that's been holding you in. Somehow you're not talking yet, but you're breaking open. We're going to go to Santa Muerte Tarot now. This house is blooming. You are blooming. There's just so many flowers here. You are the flowers. You're hearing the flowers. You're reaching out to the flowers. You are this rose. There's just this exuberance here. The exuberance here is all telepathic and all like in the mind and spiritual to me. Here, the exuberance is starting to show up and crack into some sort of reality. All right, we're moving to the Santa Muerte deck. All right, these have been prepared, shuffled, all that. So Virgo, past, present, inner landscape, at issue, your environment, to-do list, and your possible outcome. In your recent past, you have the Hierophant. You have seeking wisdom, looking to your ancestors, reading for wisdom. You're in a sanctuary. My God, look, you're up to your waist here in flowers. In the past, you have visited like I want to say a monastery or something like that, and it's been this very quiet place where you've been really listening to the ancient wisdom. I see there's a moon outside. It's very dark. There's some unsettled energy. There's some rain here, but you are in life, really embedded in life, but you're listening to the things that have gone on before. You're trying to communicate. You're trying to communicate telepathically or something. I don't know. This is a Ouija board, so this telepathy thing is really coming at me. So you've got this Ouija board here. You're really looking for spiritual guidance. You've been on this path, trying to listen, getting listening off of this one too. You're listening to a spiritual. There's something here. You're trying to channel a communication. You're trying to learn something. You have messages coming in. And you're trying to get centered, and you're trying to really get in touch with your spirituality here. And it's causing so much growth. I mean, it's almost like as you are dealing with this Ouija board, trying to understand these messages, these flowers are just popping open all around you. There's a waking up here, a spiritual awakening going on here. Your present situation has you in the second least exciting card of this deck, the Six of Pentacles. You're feeling a little impatient. There's this tick-tock. You might be going back and forth between should I do this, should I do that, should I do this, should I do that. You're trying to figure out what to do, but you've got the time to do it. You might be feeling a little impatient. Your present moment is just sort of biding your time situation. You are feeling a little impatient. You do have, there's more passion here. There's more roses here. You are feeling, though, this impatience, and it's kind of causing you to waver. You know, sometimes when we're waiting for something, for the time to be right, we start to question whether we should be here, what should we be doing, that kind of thing. We're just like, oh, really? Oh my gosh. Okay, I got in this line and now I'm not sure I want to be in this line. Or like it's like you're in line to get in the grocery store, which we have lines to get in the grocery store now, and you're still going through your grocery list. You're still trying to decide. You wouldn't, if you just walked in, you'd have gotten the stuff and left. But since you're stuck here waiting, now you're like, should I do lemons? Maybe limes. So you kind of, it's got you rethinking a few details. That's all. In your inner landscape, you have this Queen of Swords. So within you, you're tired of war, you're tired of battle, you're tired of beating around the bush. You're really getting to that place. You might have a little PTSD from some of the wars you've seen before. You don't really want to fight. You are feeling... You're feeling that. You're feeling you don't want to beat around the bush. You just want to cut through the bush. You would actually prefer not to cut through the bush. You would like to throw this sword away. You don't want to fight anymore. There's something that that you feel like you have to be prepared for and you have to fight, but in your heart you don't want to. And so that almost makes the battle a little harsher, because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to be doing this. So anyway, that's how you're feeling inside. You're just, there can be a little bit of a harsh, imbalanced energy, a little bit, some harsh truths. You might be dealing with some harsh truths, talking to yourself about some harsh truths, seeing some harsh truths about yourself within. This is the energy that you have inside you. This is what's going on in your inner landscape. In your inner landscape, part of you is like, get real. Just be honest here about what you want. You want the fucking lemons, okay? You came for the lemons, get the lemons. This is sort of this little like, she can handle the truth, and she's definitely dishing some truth. So you might be having a moment with yourself where you are having to be a little bit brutally honest with yourself. Make sure you're being fair, because sometimes brutal honesty isn't actually great. Like, the honesty can be kind. Honesty can be gentle. The truth can be better than we ever imagined it could be. So make sure that if you're dealing with some inner truths and some ideas, that you're understanding that don't be harsh. Don't be hard on yourself, because in your inner landscape, you kind of got this little cold-hearted bitch who's going around telling you that you fucked up. And make sure your inner truth is being a little bit kind and a little bit gentle to you. And make sure she's got the sword on her back and she's just prepared to dish it, but she's really going to hold back, okay? Don't be hard on yourself. At issue, you've got the Empress. So you have someone very controlling. You have a very controlling energy, a very controlling vibe. This person wants to be in charge. This person's pulling strings. This is your drug lord that's going to like kill half the people between here and El Paso, because he, if they don't do exactly what he says. So this is someone who's very powerful. In the upright, it's a powerful veteran. This has got your sort of big dick energy, and boy, is he throwing his weight around. He's not being good about it. So there's something very controlling that is holding you back. So it's either you trying to control the situation too much. You've got this harsh truth inside you, or it's something that is someone in your environment that's being very controlling and is preventing you from moving forward. And it could be both, honestly. So there's like an over need to control. This is puppet master energy vibe. I mean, there might be someone behind the scenes working who's like trying to pull strings and control you and manipulate you. You might be needing way more control over a situation than it's going to allow you to have, than reality is going to allow. You know, we can be controlling to a certain extent. We can control and we can try to control, but in the end, there are forces beyond us, obviously, you know. It's a way to deal with our insecurities and our failures. So whoever's doing that, that's what's behind it, is a sense that if they could just control everything and that they know better. So so this is an energy that is blocking you. So it's either you needing to do that or someone else that's, you know, gonna cut you out of the will if you don't do things their way or something like that. You know, just it's not really your business how other people live their lives. So don't be using money and power like that. In your environment, you have the Lovers. So you have a situation, though, that needs to be unlocked, and you have this key that is being gifted to you to unlock this situation. And this is a path of heart. This is a path of passion. This isn't the path that emerges from your pro-con list. This is a path that only emerges from intuition, from trusting yourself, from being very in touch with yourself. And she's focused on the mechanism, this love, this path of heart and this love, and he's focused on the key. So they're playing their gender roles here. And this key is coming in and it's going to unlock this lock. But he has to make a choice whether he's going to take that key and use it or not. And so that's what's going on in your environment. Choices need to be made. Decisions need to be made about what type of path you're going to be taking forward. So all around you is sort of time to make a decision. This time that you're waiting for, it's time to make this decision. Are you going to unlock this house full of flowers and love and inspiration, or are you going to stick with your pro-con list? I mean, the pro-con list is great and so appropriate in so many situations, except there are some situations where the decision that you need to make, or the path of heart, the creative path, the unlikely path, it doesn't make it onto that because it's something else. It's a different type of path, and it's not a decision that can be made with a pro-con list. It's a decision that has to be made with intuition and with heart. And so the key to unlocking that situation is coming, and he's trying to figure out if this key is a trick. This card is here to tell you that this key is a divine helper coming to help you unlock this situation. In your to-do list is the Seven of Wands. This is a card of rapid growth. This forest grew so fast. It left. It's going to have some issues that it has to sort out later. But the growth right now needs to be very fast. Here we have this rocketing, this blooming that at first I was thinking was a little quieter than it is, but now that it's like popping open this house like a can of biscuits, it is a booming, rocking growth. And this is what this is telling you to do. Grow, bloom, bloom, grow, 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 grow. Now's the time. Now's the time. So personal growth, movement, go, go, go. You were waiting for this. This is saying it's go, 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 go. I don't know what the fuck's happening with this poor little emperor who thinks he's going to control any part of this situation, because this is clearly not something the emperor is controlling. This is an intuitive institution, I want to say. This is an intuitive situation. This guy cannot control this, rapid growth. There's going to be a lack of control. You've got truth bombs coming in left and right. You've got this thing that the thing that's holding it back is wanting control over it. But this is your biscuits popping open. That's a very uncontrolled, slightly frightening event. And you've got, but it's blooming and it's lovely and it's beautiful. And this is lovely and beautiful. And this is like, it's grow time, baby. We've got mushrooms down here. There's just this magical, it's very unsettled though. It's very unsettled and unsettling. And this forest rockets up overnight just about like this mushroom patch below it, okay? They both like woke up sometime in the middle of the night and were like, wow, it's go time. So that's your to-do list, is to grow, bloom like a motherfucker. You're gonna just bloom like crazy here. And you got to get this crap head out of the way, okay? If that's an internal part of you or an external part of you, this crap head's got to go. He's holding back this growth. This growth doesn't look like how he thinks it should look. He thinks it should look one way. This growth is doing its own thing. This force is coming up, ready or not. So that's your to-do list. And then the possible outcome, wow, you're going to grow all the way up to the stars. This is some sort of wish fulfillment. You wished upon a star, and here it is. This is so divine, and so just the water itself is even glowing. And I mean, yeah. Okay, this does echo this a little bit. There's some things, some issues in that water, but it's reflecting the sunlight or the starlight. The stars from distant sources, the stars from so far away are being reflected in this water, and these lotus blossoms are coming up. And this is like, there's like the Five of Cups in this deck, where you're sitting in this lake, this high desert lake, and there's a storm, and you're sorting it out, and you're trying to get the mind-heart connection going, and you're dealing with your feelings. And this is later on the Star card. This is when you've dealt with those feelings and you've really bloomed. Look at this. Look at their heads and what's blooming. And this, I don't know if you can see, but there's beams coming out here. So this is a blossoming of your mind, of your dreams, of your crown chakra. There's really like a very spiritual awakening here. Wishes come true, manifested. You really sorted it out. You really figured it out. You figured out what you wanted. And how to get it. And you're there in the starlight, in the star energy. And this is almost like she's like got like cheerleader garb on or something. Like she's got this cute mini skirt and these big earrings, and she's been crowned, you know, homecoming queen here. So that's where you're going. You're going to homecoming queen energy, you know. This is a great reading. You got some patience issues. You're being a little harsh with yourself. There's something trying to control things that cannot be controlled and should not be controlled. But this bloom, you're popping out. You're popping out here, and it's going to be a big bloom. Big boom and a big bloom. So this is really fun. All right, Virgo, this was fun. I'm glad we finally got to do this again. The technological issues let us do a whole reading. So cool. Anyway, I really appreciate your likes and subscribes and your comments. It's all so lovely for my little baby channel and really gives me quite a thrill. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week.